Here's something I've been meaning to do for a while, which is to put a video up on Michael Dolce's published works page as a means of getting more attention to my page and therefore my published works. Facebook says this will work. Let's see if it's true. But also I'm an educator, and one of the things that I see sorely lacking in people, young and old alike, is basic media literacy. Now, what I'd like you to imagine is that this whole world is a large pasture. And in this pasture, there are trees that bear fruit, there's grass, there's beauty, but there's also a lot of cow patties. Now, you and I know that it's kind of gross to step in a lot of cow shit. So if we were actually in that pasture, we'd be looking left and right, forward, backward to make sure we didn't put our foot in bullshit. We know that bullshit is disgusting and so forth. But it's different somehow when we're online. And every little bit of clickbait that's out there is recorded. And they use algorithms to make sure, oh, they click that, let's give them more of it. So if you happen to step in bullshit on the internet, suddenly your pasture has more bullshit in it. And unlike the pasture where we would be avoiding putting our foot in bullshit, for some reason on the internet, we sort of can't resist the temptation. So it's not something we think about actively, but we should. And to help give some potential insights into this, I'm going to go through some headlines on Yahoo and make suggestions to you about things you could click, should click, or shouldn't click. Let's see what's out there. Trump tweets vindication after memo release. Okay, if you see a headline that says Trump tweets, ignore it completely. In fact, if you ever see something about anybody tweeting anything, the fact that Twitter has become a foundation for news stories is a scary and sad commentary about the United States and the way we live in it. If you see so-and-so tweets about so-and-so, or big Twitter reaction to blah, 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 fucking ignore it. Getting into the Twitter nonsense is part of what's destroying our culture. Not only is that bullshit, but it's damaging bullshit. It is stupefying bullshit. It is dropping the collective IQ of our country by many, many, many points kind of bullshit. Skip it. Christopher Walken on Natalie Wood's death. Okay, I think if I remember right, Natalie Wood died in 1985. It has no bearing on me. It has no bearing on you. It has bearing on people who are interested in the lives of celebrities. That's the clickbait. There's a lot of celebrity clickbait out there. And man, I'm telling you right now, if you're somebody who has to know what's going on in the lives of celebrities, you don't fucking have a life. Get off the internet, stop clicking that shit, go outside for a hike, get a gym membership, go get laid, but have a life and stop worshiping celebrities. Why there's a plot to sabotage Black Panther. The headline yesterday also talked about how one of the actors in Black Panther was literally driving by KKK rallies. Anytime you see something about one extreme in the racial divide versus another, you're talking about extremes. Remember that the media exists to sell advertising. It is not the conservative media, it is not the liberal media, it is the corporate media. It exists to make money, and it makes money by creating drama between one extreme and the other. It makes us forget that most of us in the middle are not that extreme. So you got the KKK on the other hand, you got conspiracy freaks trying to ruin Black Panther because it's a movie with all blacks, or virtually all blacks. And all that is doing is making you believe that there's racial tension in this country that really isn't nearly as dramatic as you might imagine. So don't click it. It's just making you frightened, and that's something they love to do. When they can make you frightened, they make you click. That's bullshit you don't want to step in. The creepy last words a man who murdered his two young daughters said to their mother before he was executed. Okay, they put things like creepy. They make you wonder why a man would do that, what happened, what did he do? And it's all this kind of mentality we have when we slow down, when we see police, and we want to see what happened in the accident. It's the morbid side of human behavior, and the best thing for your own psyche is not to indulge in it. You see something like this, it doesn't have any relevance to you. It is just something to make you lose faith in mankind, to creep you out. Again, fear makes you click. Fear is bullshit. Overcome it. This is a useless story. Don't click. Clickbait. The terrifying impact of marijuana on your brain is something people never talk about. That one might actually be interesting to read. Here we are in a society that's contemplating in many different states the legalization of recreational marijuana, and as a matter of health, which is what this is under, this one might actually bear some relevance, especially if you're a pot smoker. Me, I'm not, but I support the legalization of marijuana, and it's worth it to know all aspects of an issue. So on this one, I say, not so much bullshit. Olivia Munn's one-piece swimsuit plunges further than you thought possible. Okay, that's total clickbait. That is for men with masturbatory fantasies about Olivia Munn. They're going to click it, hoping to see some TNA. That's it. Women might click it to reinforce their insecurities about their own bodies, because that's another thing that happens on the internet. It's sad but true. Don't click it. It's bullshit. It has no bearing on anything in reality. Rose McGowan drops hints on another high-profile Hollywood abuser. Ah, the witch hunt continues. This is the kind of drama that the media loves. People can't stop clicking. They click because they're angry. They click because they're afraid. They click because they can't stand the idea of ignoring what's going on in Hollywood. They click for all the wrong reasons. Somebody accuses somebody, the whole world believes that that accusation must actually be true. Anymore, in this society, an accusation is proof of guilt, and it's completely destroying the very basis of justice in this country. This whole nonsense is it's just an internet fury, and the best thing about this kind of internet fury is to stay out of it. It's just kind of like staying out of gossip in high school. It's just that childish. Fall off the bone oven ribs from modern day moms. If I'm a vegan, I don't give a shit. But I like ribs. That doesn't look like bullshit. I'm going to click that one. I'm hungry. Okay, here's something about the Kardashians. Word of advice, do not click anything about Kardashians. Ever. Under any circumstance. Ignore them. Let them pass into history unheralded. Let them die alone and penniless, if at all possible. Ignore Kardashians. Ignore Kardashians. Germany's military is falling behind, and the U.S. is putting it on notice. Does the U.S. have intentions of going to war with Germany? I don't think the U.S. is in a position to put anybody on notice for anything. This article may not be bullshit, but it's laughable. Joe Scarborough says Trump is scared to death of investigation by Mueller, who will outwit him. Okay, everything you're seeing about this whole Russian investigation has all been innuendo and speculation. None of it is actual news. We're not dealing in facts. We're dealing with people giving opinions about speculations of opinions, and it's awful. When they have something to say, when Mueller has some evidence, when he drops the bomb, if he drops the bomb, that will be news. In the meantime, this is just clickbait. It's all part of the gossip game. That's all it is. It seems like news, but it isn't. Miley Cyrus. See Kardashians. 50 Shades sex scenes are shot with a wee bag, Jamie Dornan says. Don't know. Don't care. Pregnant Kylie Jenner has a baby name picked out for her daughter. Kylie Jenner. Same as Miley Cyrus. Same as Kardashian. And again, if you are somebody addicted to celebrity worship, that's bad enough. But if you're addicted to celebrities who are only famous for being famous, that's even more pathetic. That not only means that you're looking at articles that are bullshit, but you're bullshit. Donald and Melania Trump wouldn't be the first presidential couple to divorce. Okay, if you're interested in whether their marriage is going to stay together, and that's what concerns you in politics, there's your problem. Guys, most of the headlines you're going to see here are bullshit. I could keep going. But the thing about it is, don't step in it. It's that simple.